My name is Somashekar, course faculty for this course. Now we'll move on to the petroleum based fluid, mineral oils. It is the most commonly used hydraulic fluid and additives are an important ingredients in its makeup, and they give petroleum oil characteristics which make it suitable for use with the hydraulic system. Basically, they possess most of the desirable characteristics. They are easily available and are more economical. In addition, they offer the best lubrication ability, least corrosion problems, and are compatible with most seal materials. The only major disadvantages of these fluids is their flammability, meaning it catches the fire easily and it burns out. They pose fire hazards mainly from the leakages in high temperature environments. Petroleum based fluids are good for operating temperatures below 50 degree centigrade. At higher temperatures, these oil lose their chemical stability and form acids, varnishes, etc. And all these lead to the loss of lubrication characteristics, increased wear and tear, corrosion, and many other related problems. Fortunately, the many additives and inhibitors are there to improve the chemical stability, reduce oxidation, foam formation, and other problems. Now, quickly we will see the fire or a flame resistant hydraulic fluids. One of the undesirable characteristics of the petroleum based fluid is that it catches fire more easily and burns. So, an alternative fluid is a fire resistant fluids. These fluids are high water content fluids, HWCF, and used when petroleum based hydraulic fluid may come in contact with a source of ignition or a flame or hot surface, as we have seen in machines like die casting, steel mills and presses. So, these are specially formulated fluids that are more difficult to ignite and do not propagate a flame from an ignition source. Fire resistant should not be confused with fireproof, as fire resistant fluids will still ignite and burn given specific conditions. So, they are designed to replace anti-wear mineral oil based hydraulic fluids. Classification is as follows: HFAE, meaning oil in water emulsions. Water content is above 80% and is mixed with mineral oil or a soluble polyglycol based concentrate. So, there is a risk of separation and a microbe growth. Flame resistant can be used at temperatures between plus 5 degree centigrade to plus 55 degree centigrade. HFAS, synthetic concentrates dissolved in water. No risk of separation since this is a true solution, which means the hydraulic components are considerably more susceptible to corrosion. HFB, the water in oil emulsions. Water content is above 40%, is mixed with a mineral oil, rarely used. This is flame resistant, can be used at a temperature between plus 5 degree centigrade to plus 60 degree centigrade. In Germany, HFB fluids are not permitted due to the lack of fire protection properties. HFC, water glycols. Water content is more than 35% in a polymer solution. Flame resistant, can be used at a temperature between minus 20 degree centigrade to plus 60 degree centigrade. Can be used at a pressure of 250 bar. HFD, synthetic liquids. HFDR, meaning phosphoric esters. HFDS, anhydrous chlorinated hydrocarbons. HFDT, mixture of HFDR and HFDS. HFDU, the anhydrous other composition consisting of fatty acid esters. Synthetic liquids have a higher density than a mineral oil or a water, not HFDU. They can cause a problems with the suction performance of pumps and affects a lot of gasket materials. Flame resistant can be used at a temperature between minus 20 to plus 150 degree centigrades. Quickly we will see some of the synthetic fluids. Synthetic base fluids are man-made and most costly type of another popular fire resistant hydraulic fluids. They usually consist of phosphate esters, chlorinated hydrocarbons or a blend of the two along with the petroleum fractions. Please note, phosphate ester is not an environmental friendly and also it attacks aluminum and paints. This type of synthetic fluids are more suitable for high temperature applications since it exhibits good viscosity and lubrication characteristics. It is not suitable for low temperature applications and not compatible with common sealing materials such as a nitrile and requires a seal made of special materials like a Viton, which is an expensive material. Now we will see the biodegradable or a bio-based hydraulic fluids. As more and more organizations are understanding their social responsibility and are now turning towards eco-friendly fluids in their hydraulic machines. Hence, these biodegradable hydraulic fluids are non-toxic, biodegradable, ashless, anti-wear hydraulic fluids formulated using a readily renewable biobase, manufactured using a plant oils, rapeseed oil, sunflower, soybean and many more, and used in biologically critical environments like a constructional machinery, in water protection areas, snow grooming equipment in mountains, etc. Available in ISO viscosity grades 32, 46 and 68. Labeled as HE fluids, meaning hydraulic environmental fluids. Classification here, HETG, meaning triglyceride base plant oils, HEES, synthetic ester base, HEPG, polyglycol base, HEPR, other base liquids, primarily polyalpha olefins. Now we will see some factors influencing the selection of hydraulic fluids. Two factors are of primary importance in selecting a hydraulic fluid. First one is compatibility with seal and bearings, very important it is. The physical properties, primarily the viscosity. These are the two primary important property while selecting the hydraulic fluids. There are many are there, I will list you all in the next slide, but you will see the seal and seal materials are playing a major role. Table shows the different types of seal and bearing materials and a fluid compatibility. You will see here, I am showing the table here. There are different material and type, temperature range, fluid compatibility, because different types of fluids are there, as you have seen: air, petroleum based, water based, phosphate ester, many are there, correct. And application also I have told you, seals and bearing materials. You will see here, first material nitrile, here elastomer it is, temperature range is -4 to 122 degrees centigrade. Here air or petroleum based or a water based, they are for the seals. Similarly, you will see there are the fluorocarbon Viton, elastomer it is -1 to 230, air petroleum based, water based, then phosphate ester, seals. Like this you will see many are there. For example, nylon material type is plastic, -10 to 122, petroleum based, water based and phosphate ester. Here for the application for the bearings, anti-extrusion rings. This table will show you the different types of seal and bearing materials affects the selection of the fluid compatibility and temperature ranges. Apart from the above mentioned two properties, the selection of hydraulic fluid for a given system is governed by operating pressure of the system, operating temperature of the system and its variation, lubricity, material of the system and its compatibility, speed of operation, availability of replacement fluids, cost of transmission lines, contamination possibility and ease of removal during the maintenance work, environmental condition and safety issues, expected service life. These are also very important while selecting the hydraulic fluids for various applications. Now, let us will see factors influencing the selection of a hydraulic fluids. Two factors are of primary importance in selecting a hydraulic fluids, along with many parameters are there, we will see now. First parameter is compatibility with seals and bearings. Second one is the physical properties, primarily viscosity. Let us will see now seals and bearings. Modern sealing technology has made possible the use of high pressures, thus making hydraulics is a workhorse of modern industry. Because of the high pressures involved, seals are a highly critical element of every hydraulic system. Their importance is magnified by the fact that they are used in virtually every component, including pumps, valves and actuators. Seal failure in any one of these components can cause a severe performance degradation. Seals can be divided into two broad categories. One is static seals and another one is a dynamic seals. Static seals provide a seal between surfaces that are not moving relative to one another. On the other hand, dynamic seals provide a seal between the moving surfaces. Here figure shows the hydraulic cylinder that has both static and dynamic seals. Just you will see here a double acting cylinder it is a barrel, the end caps are there. Then you will see here the piston seals are there, dynamic, which are moving, and piston bearings are here, very important, which will affect through the oil properties. The barrel, then end cap seals are there here, again they are the static, and here you will see the rod seals are there, dynamic seals, then rod wipers are there. There are many seals are there. The various types of seal and their locations, importance and materials are discussed in chapter 16, which is completely devoted to hydraulic cylinders. Please recap the chapter 16 for more information on the seals. Some commonly used seals in hydraulic cylinders, as I have told you, O-ring seals, piston seal, then wear band, piston seal, O-ring, wiper seal, cartridge, backup, rod seals and many more friends. These are used to reduce a leakage. Wherever the moving parts are there, wherever the clearances are there, the seals are very much essential to reduce a pressure drop along with the leakages. Seals and bearings are made of different materials that fall into three distinct categories: elastomers, plastics and elastoplastics. Elastomers are also called a synthetic rubber because they have the characteristics elasticity or springiness that one would expect from a rubber-like material. Natural rubber is never used in hydraulics because it is not compatible with the fluid used. Plastics are materials that are harder at room temperature but can be molded easily or formed when heated sufficiently. Elastoplastics are softer than plastics but harder and stronger than elastomers. Now, table shows the different types of seal and bearing materials and fluid compatibility. That is why I am telling, when we are selecting the fluid, seals, bearing material plays a major role in enhancing the performance of the hydraulic system. Now, we will see the table shows here the material, type, temperature range, fluid compatibility and applications for the seal and bearing material. You will see here there are various materials are there: nitroli, NRB and bunion. The type is elastomer. The temperature range is -4 to 122 degrees centigrade. Here the fluid compatibility is you may use air or petroleum based fluids or a water based fluids. This is for the seals. Then fluorocarbon. The fluorocarbon, it is an elastomer. The temperature range is -1 to 230 degrees centigrade. Here you may use air, petroleum based fluids, water based fluids or a phosphate ester is also used. Again application is seal, this material. Then polyurethane, it is an elastomer, -10 to 120 degrees centigrade, petroleum based fluids, seals. Then PTFE, Teflon, it is a plastic type, it is -176 to 260 degree. Here petroleum, water based, then phosphate ester and also chemicals. Here it is used for seals, bearings, anti-extrusion rings. Similarly nylon, again it is a plastic. The temperature range is -10 to 122 degrees centigrade, petroleum based, water based, phosphate ester. Again it is used for bearings and anti-extrusion rings. Apart from the above mentioned properties, the selection of the hydraulic fluid for a given system is governed by other parameters like a operating pressure of the system, whether it is a low, medium or a high pressure applications, operating temperature of the system and its variation, lubricity, material of the system and its compatibility, speed of operation, availability of replacement of fluid, cost of transmission lines, what we will call the distribution lines, contamination possibility and ease of removal from the hydraulic fluids, environmental condition and safety, whether it is indoor or outdoor or a high temperature or a cold. all you have to consider while selecting the hydraulic fluids. Then expected service life.